This week I have two stories to share that both have to do with shepherds and sheep. They're both from the Bible. One is from this week's gospel reading. If you were able to watch Mass online with your family, you may have heard this story. And the second is a parable, which is a story that teaches a lesson that Jesus tells about a lost sheep. So I'm going to start with the gospel reading from this week. And Jesus was talking with some Pharisees. He told them only robbers come over the fence into a sheep pen. The one who comes in through the gate is the shepherd. The gatekeeper opens the gate for the shepherd. The sheep hear the shepherd's voice. He calls them by name and leads them out. He walks in front of them. The sheep know his voice and follow him. The sheep will not follow a stranger. They do not know the stranger's voice. They will run away from a stranger. I came so that my sheep might have full life. So in that gospel reading, Jesus talks about how he is the good shepherd. He is the shepherd that has come, that knows the name of each of his sheep, which are us, and we recognize his voice. We know that his is the voice we need to follow to make good choices and to live out his plan for us. We don't follow other voices. We don't follow other shepherds just like the sheep do. Now, the second story I'm going to read you is called The Parable of the Lost Sheep. So I'm going to get my beginner's Bible and read to you from that. The Lost Sheep. Some people wondered who was most important to God. So Jesus told them a parable, which is a story that teaches a lesson. Think about a shepherd. What does he do? He watches over his sheep. He gives them plenty of food and he gives them plenty of water. He counts them up to make sure they are all there. If one is lost, he looks for it. He looks in the barn. He looks near the stream. He looks in the hills. He looks everywhere. The shepherd does not give up. At last, he finds the little lost sheep. He carries the sheep back. He calls his friends together and says, "Let's celebrate. My lost sheep has been found." Then Jesus said, God loves every one of his children like a shepherd loves his sheep. When one of them sins, it is like a sheep that has gone astray, and God is very sad. But when the person turns away from sin and comes back to God, he is very, very happy. He celebrates like a shepherd who has found his lost sheep. So in that story, we hear how God thinks of us as sheep, just like we said Jesus thinks of us as sheep. And if one of us makes a bad choice and sins, but then we come back to him, it's just like the shepherd who lost one of all the many sheep he has, because each and every one of us is important to God, and he wants all of us to be following him. So this week we're going to make a sheep in honor of our two stories about sheep and shepherds. So you're going to need a paper plate and some cotton balls and some glue and then some construction paper or some kind of paper that you can color. So this is what our sheep is going to look like at the end. This is my sheep. And so as you can see, I took a paper plate and I glued lots and lots of cotton balls on my paper plate. And then you may need mom or dad to help, or grandma or grandpa, whoever can help you. We need an oval shape for the sheep's head. And then we need two smaller ovals for the sheep's ears. And then we need two circles for the eyes. And then we need 4 long, skinny rectangles for the sheep's feet, for his legs or her legs. So once you have those shapes cut out, if someone can help you draw them and you cut them out, then you can glue the head on and glue your eyes on and glue your ears on. And then we've done this in my kindergarten class. I did an accordion fold, which is where you fold one way and then fold the other and fold one way and then fold the other. So you just fold back and forth to get my legs crinkly. If you just want straight legs, you can do it that way. Remember, if you don't have black paper, you can use white paper and color it black, and that would be fine. So I hope you have fun making your sheep.